Sometimes, you're confident one moment and completely lost the next. You've prepared, you've worked hard, but suddenly, doubt creeps in. You start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough. That moment, when your own mind turns against you, Krishna spoke exactly about this. Before the greatest battle of his life, Arjuna, the most skilled warrior, dropped his bow. He said, I can't fight. His strength, his focus, his courage, all gone. And what Krishna told him next wasn't just for Arjuna. It was for every one of us. For the moments when confidence breaks and fear takes over. When you lose confidence, remember this from the Gita. A warrior standing between two armies, the sound of conch shells shaking the sky, and in the middle of it all, Arjuna, trembling. He looks at his teachers, his friends, his family, all standing on the opposite side. And in that instant, his hands go weak. The bow slips. His mind clouds over. He says to Krishna,
Drushtvaimam svajanam Krishna yuyutsum samupasthitam Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishushyati.
My limbs fail, my mouth is dry, my body trembles. He was the greatest archer of his time, but none of that mattered anymore. Because confidence isn't about what you can do. It's about what you believe you are capable of in that moment. And when Arjuna forgot who he was, when his purpose blurred, his strength vanished, he finally says,
Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaha Puchchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha Yachreyahasyan nishchitam bruhi Tanme shishyastehaham shadhimam tvam prapannam.
My mind is confused about what is right. I am your disciple now. Please guide me. That line, simple, honest, vulnerable, is the true beginning of the Gita. It's not a story of war. It's a story of a man collapsing and being rebuilt from doubt to clarity. And that's where Krishna steps in. Krishna looks at Arjuna, silent, steady, unshaken, and then he speaks.
Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam Anaryajustam aspardyam akirtikaram Arjuna.
From where has this weakness come upon you, Arjuna? This despair in a moment of trial? It is unworthy of you, does not lead to heaven, and brings only dishonor. At first it sounds harsh, but Krishna isn't scolding. He's awakening Arjuna. He doesn't say, you are weak. He says, this weakness is not you. There's a difference. Krishna separates the person from the state of mind, because when we identify with our fear, we give it power. When we see it as something passing, we rise above it. Then Krishna says,
Klaibyam masmagama parthanaitattvayupapadyate Kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvottishta parantapa.
Do not yield to this weakness, O Arjuna. It does not befit you. Abandon this small-hearted faintness and stand up. O conqueror of enemies, he calls Arjuna Parantapa, the scorcher of foes. He reminds him of who he is. That's Krishna's first act of guidance. He restores vision before strength, clarity before confidence. Because when you remember who you are, your strength returns naturally. Confidence isn't created, it's remembered. So what really causes us to lose confidence? It isn't lack of skill, it isn't failure, it's confusion about who we are and what truly matters. Arjuna's doubt came from attachment, to results, to relationships, to outcomes he couldn't control. And that's where Krishna shifts everything. He says,
Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana Ma karma phala heturbhurmate sangostva karmani.
You have a right only to your actions, never to the fruits of those actions. Let not the results be your motive, nor give in to inaction. That single verse dismantles fear. Because what truly breaks our confidence is not failure itself, It's the obsession with how things will turn out. When the mind fixates on results, it trembles before uncertainty. And where there is fear, confidence cannot exist. Krishna's teaching is simple. Act with full effort, but without anxiety over outcomes. Detach, not from the world, but from the need to control it. When you do that, you stop asking, "Will this work out?" and start living, "Am I doing what I'm meant to do?" That shift, from control to clarity, is where unshakable confidence begins. Once Arjuna's weakness is seen for what it is, Krishna doesn't rush to inspire him. He rebuilds him, step by step. Because real confidence isn't about loud self-belief, it's quiet alignment with truth. Krishna gives Arjuna a complete method, a map to return to inner steadiness. Step 1. See your role clearly.
Shreyan swadharmo vigrunaha paradharmat swanunushtitat. Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavahaha.
Better is one's own duty, even imperfectly done, than another's perfectly performed. Krishna tells Arjuna, do your dharma. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be true. Half our doubt comes from comparing paths that were never ours. Confidence grows the moment you stop looking sideways. Step 2. Detach from the result. Krishna repeats this theme like a mantra, because attachment is subtle. It creeps back. Act fully, give your best. But remember, you are responsible for the effort, never the outcome. When that truth sinks in, your mind becomes fearless, because failure loses its sting. Step 3. Anchor in the divine.
Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha.
Fix your mind on me, be devoted to me, sacrifice to me, bow down to me, and you shall come to me. Confidence rooted in ego collapses. Confidence rooted in surrender lasts. When you act as an instrument, not the doer, a quiet strength flows through you. You stop asking, "Can I?" and start trusting, "He will make me able." Krishna's formula is simple but radical. Clarity of duty, freedom from outcome, faith in the divine. Even a little of this changes everything.
Nihabhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat.
Even a small practice of this dharma protects one from great fear. That's the power of remembering Krishna's way. It doesn't just build confidence, it dissolves fear at the root. Krishna's words weren't meant for the battlefield alone. They were meant for our everyday wars, the ones inside our heads. When you wake up already anxious, when your work feels meaningless, when you doubt your worth, you're living your own Kurukshetra. And Krishna's method still works, right here, right now. 1. Focus on effort, not validation. You can't control who praises you, who ignores you, or how fast your goals unfold, but you can control the purity of your effort. Start each task with one silent thought. This action is my offering. That one shift, from expectation to offering, releases half the mental weight. 2. Still the noise. Confidence doesn't grow in a restless mind. Krishna told Arjuna, a mind that wanders is like wind, but it can be trained.
Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathi balavadridam. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram.
The mind is restless, turbulent, powerful. To control it seems as hard as controlling the wind, Krishna agreed. But he added, yet, by practice and detachment, it can be brought under control. A few minutes of silence daily, a verse, a chant, or simple breath awareness can do more for your confidence than any motivational talk ever will. 3. Stay in sattva. Your environment shapes your mind. The company you keep, the media you consume, the rhythm of your day, they all feed or drain your inner strength. Surround yourself with calm energy. Keep your space clean. Speak truthfully. And most of all, keep Krishna near in thought. Because where remembrance lives, fear fades. Confidence isn't an emotion you chase. It's a state you return to when your mind is clear, your actions are aligned, and your faith is anchored. When Arjuna's doubt finally breaks, he doesn't become proud. He becomes peaceful. Because true confidence isn't loud. It's the calm that comes when you remember who you really are. Krishna never told him, "Be fearless." He said, "Remember yourself. Remember me."
Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuhyati.
As the soul passes through childhood, youth, and old age, so also it passes into another body. The wise are not disturbed by this. You are not this fear. You are not this failure. You are the soul, eternal, steady, untouched. And when you see from that truth, the noise of doubt simply fades. Weapons cannot cut the soul, fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it, and the wind cannot dry it. That's what Krishna wanted Arjuna to remember, and what he wants you to remember too. Confidence isn't something you build, it's something you uncover beneath the layers of fear and forgetfulness. So the next time you lose confidence, pause, breathe, and remember Krishna's voice within you, saying, "This weakness is not you. Stand up, O warrior." And if these words brought you calm, share them with someone who's forgotten their strength. Let Krishna's message travel, one heart at a time.